The alert came at 300 hours Universal Earth Time. Deep in the bowels of NORAD's quantum detection facility, Dr. Sarah Chen stared at her monitoring screen in disbelief. The quantum signatures were unlike anything she'd ever seen. A massive fleet of ships, hidden behind Jupiter's magnetic field, preparing for what could only be an invasion of Earth. She took a deep breath, steadying her hands before reaching for the red phone. This wasn't a drill. This wasn't a glitch. This was humanity's worst nightmare coming true. This is Dr. Chen, authorization code Sierra 9 Delta. We have a Class 1 anomaly. I repeat, Class 1 anomaly. Activating Protocol Prometheus. Within minutes, the facility erupted into controlled chaos. Military personnel rushed to their stations while civilian scientists huddled around their terminals, confirming and reconfirming Dr. Chen's findings. There was no doubt. An alien armada was approaching Earth, using Jupiter's electromagnetic interference as cover. But what the aliens didn't know, what almost no one on Earth knew, was that humanity had been preparing for this moment for over a century. Admiral James Rodriguez stood before the United Earth Defense Council, his weathered face illuminated by the holographic display of the approaching alien fleet. Ladies and gentlemen, the day we've been preparing for has arrived. It's time to unveil Project Artemis. The council chamber erupted in murmurs. Project Artemis was more than just a contingency plan. It was humanity's greatest secret. Hidden bases on Mars and Venus, shipyards in the asteroid belt, and a fleet of warships that combined human ingenuity with recovered alien technology from crashes throughout history. For the past 100 years, Rodriguez continued, we've maintained the illusion of being a primitive spacefaring species. Our public space programs were deliberately kept basic, while in secret, we've built a force capable of defending Earth against any threat. The aliens think they're dealing with a vulnerable planet. They're about to learn how wrong they are. Dr. Chen, now aboard the UES Hyperion, the flagship of Earth's hidden fleet, worked with the ship's AI to analyze the alien fleet's capabilities. The data painted a concerning picture. The alien ships were advanced, but they showed a rigid, predictable pattern in their formation and movement. They're overconfident, she explained to Admiral Rodriguez. Their technology is impressive, but they're not innovating. They're following standard tactical protocols without deviation. That's their weakness. Rodriguez nodded, a grim smile forming on his face. Then we'll show them something they've never seen before. Humanity's greatest strength isn't our technology. It's our ability to think outside the box. The plan was audacious. While the aliens expected to find a helpless Earth protected by nothing more than primitive satellites and a handful of chemical rockets, they would instead face a trap centuries in the making. The hidden fleet would emerge from concealed bases across the solar system, executing a pincer movement that would catch the alien armada in a devastating crossfire. As the countdown to engagement began, Dr. Chen found herself reflecting on humanity's journey to this moment. Centuries of keeping their true capabilities hidden, of maintaining a carefully crafted facade of technological limitation, all leading to this decisive moment. The comm system crackled to life with Admiral Rodriguez's voice, addressing not just the fleet but all of humanity. For generations, we've waited and prepared. We've hidden our strength, knowing this day would come. The aliens think they're hunting prey, but they've walked into the den of a species that has never backed down from a fight. Today, we show the galaxy that humanity will not go quietly into the night. All ships, battle stations. Operation Thunderbolt begins in 5 minutes. As the hidden fleet powered up their quantum drives and prepared to reveal themselves, Dr. Chen realized that this wasn't just about survival. It was about humanity finally taking its place among the stars. The aliens had no idea what they had awakened, but they were about to find out. The quantum drives of Earth's hidden fleet hummed to life, their signature masked by sophisticated stealth technology developed in the secretive labs of Mars base Olympus. Captain Maya Patel stood on the bridge of the UES Phantom, watching as her crew prepared for humanity's first major space battle. "Stealth systems at full capacity," reported Lieutenant Jack Morrison, his fingers dancing across the holographic controls. "The aliens still haven't detected us." Maya allowed herself a small smile. The Phantom wasn't just another warship. It was humanity's ultimate stealth vessel, incorporating technology that even most of Earth's military didn't know existed. Its quantum phase generators could bend light and energy around the ship, making it virtually invisible to any known detection method. Deep within the ship's research lab, Dr. Chen worked alongside the vessel's AI, analyzing real-time data from their quantum sensors. The alien fleet's formation was changing, spreading out in a standard attack pattern as they approached Mars orbit. They're following textbook invasion protocols, Dr. Chen reported over the secure comm to Admiral Rodriguez. "Just as we predicted, they're not even considering the possibility of an organized resistance." The Admiral's voice crackled back. "Then let's use their arrogance against them. Captain Patel, you have authorization to commence Operation Ghost Protocol." Maya straightened in her command chair. This was the moment they'd trained for. "All hands, battle stations. Initiate quantum phase generators. Weapons, prepare for silent running protocols." The Phantom, along with its sister ships scattered throughout the solar system, began their approach. Each vessel carried a revolutionary weapon system, the quantum disruption cannon, capable of temporarily shutting down any advanced technology within its blast radius. The alien fleet continued their advance, completely unaware of the invisible predators stalking them. Their communication channels, intercepted and decoded by Earth's quantum AI systems, revealed their confidence in an easy victory. "Status report on the planetary defense systems," Maya asked, her voice steady despite the tension. "Earth's apparent defenses are exactly as planned," Lieutenant Morrison replied. "Old satellites, primitive missile systems, all making enough noise to mask our real capabilities. The aliens are buying it completely." Dr. Chen's voice came through the command channel, excitement barely contained. "Captain, I finished analyzing their shield frequencies. They're using a standardized protection grid. They never expected to need anything more advanced for a primitive species." Maya nodded, a predatory gleam in her eyes. "Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. All ships, synchronize quantum targeting systems. Prepare for simultaneous strike on my mark." The next few minutes were filled with tense silence as Earth's hidden fleet maneuvered into position. The alien Armada, now passing Mars orbit, began their final approach formation. They were completely oblivious to the net closing around them. Admiral Rodriguez's voice resonated through the fleet's secure channels. "Remember your training. Remember why we've waited and prepared for so long. Today, we show them that humanity isn't just another species to be conquered. We're the nightmare they never saw coming." Maya took a deep breath, her hand hovering over the command interface. The quantum sensors showed every alien ship perfectly positioned within their trap. Years of preparation, generations of secrecy, all leading to this moment. "All ships, quantum phase generators to combat mode," she ordered. "Prepare to reveal on my mark." The alien fleet's communications suddenly spiked with activity as their long-range sensors detected energy fluctuations they couldn't explain. But it was already too late. "Execute Ghost Protocol," Maya commanded, her voice ringing with authority. "Show them what humanity can do." In an instant, dozens of Earth's most advanced warships materialized around the alien fleet, their quantum disruption cannons already charged and targeting systems locked. The trap was sprung, and the real battle for humanity's future was about to begin. The void between Mars and Earth erupted in a spectacular display of light and energy as Earth's hidden fleet revealed itself. The alien Armada's formation broke instantly, their neat lines dissolving into chaos as they scrambled to respond to the unexpected threat. Multiple enemy ships powering up weapons, Lieutenant Morrison reported, his voice steady despite the tension. "They're trying to reorganize their formation." Captain Patel's voice cut through the controlled chaos on the Phantom's bridge. "All ships, execute attack pattern Delta. Let's show them what those centuries of preparation were for. Earth's fleet moved with practiced precision, their ships dancing through space in complex patterns that defied conventional tactical doctrine. The alien fleet, trained in rigid, traditional warfare, struggled to adapt to the unconventional human approach. Dr. Chen watched from her station as the quantum disruption cannons fired their first salvo. The weapons, developed in secret by Earth's brightest minds, worked exactly as designed. Waves of quantum energy washed over the alien vessels, temporarily disrupting their shield harmonics and weapon systems. Direct hits confirmed, she reported, watching the data stream across her screens. Their primary systems are destabilizing exactly as predicted. The alien response was swift but predictable. Their larger ships moved to protect their flanks while smaller vessels launched desperate counterattacks. But humanity had spent generations studying alien combat tactics, preparing for this very moment. Admiral Rodriguez's voice resonated through the fleet channels. Execute maneuver Prometheus. Show them why you never corner a species that turned their entire solar system into a weapon. On his command, hidden installations throughout the asteroid belt activated. Hundreds of automated defense platforms, disguised as ordinary space debris, powered up their engines. The aliens suddenly found themselves caught in a three-dimensional web of fire, with nowhere to retreat. Enemy flagship is attempting to coordinate a response, Morrison announced. They're trying to adapt their tactics. Captain Patil allowed herself a grim smile. Too late. They spent too long believing we were primitive. Execute Phase 2. The UVS Phantom and its sister ships engaged their quantum drive systems in perfect synchronization. The technology, reversed engineered from centuries of studying crashed alien vessels, allowed them to make micro-jumps through space. To the aliens, it appeared as if the human vessels were teleporting, appearing and disappearing faster than their targeting systems could track. In the research lab, Dr. Chen worked frantically with the ship's AI to analyze the battle data. Their ships are powerful, but their tactical programming is inflexible, she reported. They're not used to facing an enemy that thinks creatively. The alien fleet's formation continued to deteriorate as Earth's forces pressed their advantage. Quantum disruption beams crossed paths with conventional energy weapons, creating a deadly light show against the backdrop of space. Multiple enemy vessels disabled, Morrison called out. Their command and control structure is breaking down. But the aliens weren't finished. Their flagship, a massive vessel at the heart of their fleet, launched a desperate counterattack. Energy beams of unprecedented power lashed out, catching several human ships off guard. Casualties reported on the Dresden and Excalibur, came the grim report. The aliens are adapting faster than expected. Admiral Rodriguez's response was immediate. All ships, initiate contingency Omega. Captain Patel, you have tactical command. Maya's eyes narrowed as she assessed the battlefield. The aliens were learning that they still didn't understand humanity's greatest strength, their ability to improvise. All ships, prepare to execute attack pattern Sierra, she commanded. Dr. Chen, begin quantum frequency modulation. Lieutenant Morrison, coordinate with the asteroid defense grid. We're about to show them something they've never seen before. As the battle reached its crescendo, humanity's hidden fleet demonstrated why they had spent centuries preparing in secret. Every trap, every contingency, every unexpected tactic was the result of generations of planning and innovation. The alien flagship's shields flared as another wave of quantum disruption fire washed over it. This time, the effect was devastating. The massive vessel's defensive systems collapsed, its weapons went dark, and for the first time, real fear could be heard in the alien communications. They had come expecting to find a primitive species ripe for conquest. Instead, they found themselves facing an enemy that had turned their entire solar system into an elaborate trap, an enemy that had spent centuries preparing for this very moment. The battle for Earth's solar system had begun in earnest, and humanity was proving to be far more than anyone had bargained for. In the aftermath of the initial engagement, The true scope of the alien fleet's power became apparent. While Earth's hidden fleet had bloodied their nose, the enemy was far from defeated. Deep within the UES Phantom's quantum research lab, Dr. Chen studied the battle data with growing concern. "They're adapting to our quantum disruption technology," she reported to Captain Patel and Admiral Rodriguez. "Their ships are implementing countermeasures faster than we anticipated. We need something they can't predict." Admiral Rodriguez's hologram flickered in the lab's secure communication chamber. "Tell me about Project Oracle." Dr. Chen's eyes widened. Project Oracle was theoretical dangerous, a weapon so advanced that even Earth's hidden fleet had deemed it too risky to field test. "Sir, the quantum entanglement matrix isn't stable. One miscalculation could tear a hole in space-time. And if we do nothing, Earth falls." Maya interjected, her voice firm. "What exactly are we looking at, Doctor?" Dr. Chen activated a holographic display, showing complex quantum calculations and simulations. Project Oracle uses quantum entanglement on a massive scale. In theory, it could create a temporary pocket universe, a quantum bubble where the laws of physics become malleable. We could rewrite the rules of engagement in our favor. Lieutenant Morrison, who had joined them in the lab, whistled softly. "We're talking about changing the fundamental constants of space-time itself. That's not just thinking outside the box. That's destroying the box entirely." "Exactly," Dr. Chen confirmed. "But the risks are enormous. We'd be manipulating forces we barely understand. The slightest miscalculation could have catastrophic consequences." Admiral Rodriguez's expression hardened. "The aliens are regrouping. Long-range sensors show reinforcements arriving through their quantum corridors. We're running out of options. How long would you need to implement Project Oracle?" Dr. Chen ran the calculations quickly. "With the Phantom's quantum processors and the combined computing power of the fleet's AI networks, we could have a working prototype in 6 hours. But sir, we'd be gambling with forces that could destroy the solar system." "We're already gambling with the survival of our species," Maya responded. "What do you need to make this work?" The next few hours were a blur of activity. The UES Phantom, protected by a screen of Earth's most advanced warships, became a mobile laboratory. Dr. Chen and her team worked frantically to bring Project Oracle online while the rest of the fleet engaged in hit-and-run attacks to keep the alien forces off balance. The quantum entanglement matrix took shape in the Phantom's main hangar, a massive array of experimental technology that hummed with barely contained power. Every ship in Earth's fleet contributed processing power to the complex calculations needed to keep the system stable. "Energy readings are off the scale," Morrison reported from his station. "The quantum field is starting to form." Dr. Chen monitored the readings with intense concentration. "The entanglement is holding. Matrix stability at 89% and climbing. We're actually doing it. We're bending reality itself." Captain Patel's voice came through the comm system. "Enemy fleet is moving to engage. Their reinforcements have arrived. It's now or never." The alien Armada approached in a massive wave, their ships having adapted to many of Earth's initial tactics. But they had no way to prepare for what was coming. No species had ever attempted anything like Project Oracle before. "Matrix stability at 95%, Dr. Chen announced. "Quantum bubble is forming. Admiral, we're ready to initiate the final sequence." Admiral Rodriguez's order came through clear and decisive. "All ships, battle formations. Dr. Chen, you have authorization to activate Project Oracle. Let's show these aliens what happens when you push humanity to its absolute limits." As the quantum bubble began to expand from the Phantom's position, Dr. Chen realized they were about to change the course of not just the battle, but of human history itself. They were about to prove that humanity's greatest weapon wasn't their hidden fleet or their advanced technology. It was their willingness to venture into the unknown, to attempt the impossible when their backs were against the wall. The fabric of space-time itself began to ripple as Project Oracle came online, and the final phase of humanity's defense was about to begin. Space itself seemed to bend and twist as Project Oracle reached full power. The quantum bubble expanded from the UES Phantom, encompassing a sphere of space several thousand kilometers in diameter. Inside this region, reality itself became malleable, subject to the carefully calculated parameters programmed by Dr. Chen and her team. Quantum bubble stable, Dr. Chen reported, her voice tense with concentration. Local space-time conforming to our parameters. We have control. Through the Phantom's view screens, they watched as the laws of physics began to operate according to humanity's design. The alien fleet's energy weapons, designed to work in normal space, diffracted harmlessly against the quantum field. Their shields, calibrated for standard spacetime, fluctuated and failed. Multiple enemy ships reporting critical systems failure, Lieutenant Morrison announced, unable to keep the amazement from his voice. They're completely vulnerable. Captain Patel's orders rang clear across the fleet channels. All ships, execute attack pattern Omega. Target their command and control nodes. Show them what happens when humanity stops holding back. Earth's hidden fleet moved with devastating precision. Ships that had been designed in secret, tested in the darkness between worlds, now demonstrated their full potential. The alien Armada, their technology rendered nearly useless by the quantum bubble's effects, could only watch as humanity's centuries of preparation paid off. Enemy flagship is attempting emergency quantum jump, Morrison reported. They're trying to retreat. Not this time. Admiral Rodriguez's voice was steel. Dr. Chen, deploy the quantum anchors. The quantum anchors, another product of humanity's secret research, activated throughout the battlefield. They created localized pockets of stable spacetime, preventing the alien ships from escaping. The trap was complete. The alien commander's transmission cut through all frequencies, automatically translated by Earth's AI systems. This is impossible. You were supposed to be primitive. How did you hide all of this? Admiral Rodriguez's response was measured but carried the weight of centuries. You made the mistake of assuming that because we didn't show our strength, we didn't possess it. Humanity learned long ago that true power lies not just in what you can do, but in what others don't know you can do. The battle's outcome was no longer in doubt. One by one, alien ships surrendered as their systems failed within the quantum bubble. Those that resisted found themselves facing weapons they couldn't defend against, tactics they couldn't counter, and a species that had spent generations preparing for this very moment. Dr. Chen watched the sensor readings with a mixture of pride and awe. Project Oracle had worked better than anyone had dared hope. They hadn't just won a battle, they had changed the fundamental rules of warfare itself. Admiral, she called out, we're detecting unusual quantum signatures from the surrendered alien vessels. They're databases. They're trying to transmit something. Captain Patel leaned forward in her command chair. Analysis. It's not just tactical data. Dr. Chen's eyes widened as she studied the readings. They're sending out a warning to their entire civilization. They're telling others not to attack Earth. The implications were staggering. In one battle, humanity had gone from being perceived as an easy target to being recognized as a force to be reckoned with. The myth of human technological inferiority, carefully maintained for centuries, had been shattered. Admiral Rodriguez addressed the fleet one final time. To all ships and crews who fought today, you have written a new chapter in human history. We step into the galactic community not as supplicants or victims, but as equals. The secret we have kept for generations can finally be revealed. Humanity was never weak. We were never primitive. We were patient. As the quantum bubble began to dissipate, its purpose served. Earth's fleet moved to secure their victory. Scattered across the battlefield, alien ships hung powerless in space, their crews coming to terms with a truth that would soon spread across the galaxy. Humanity had outmaneuvered not just an invasion force, but an entire civilization's expectations. In the Phantom's research lab, Dr. Chen began composing her report on Project Oracle's success. She paused, looking out at the stars that had once seemed so distant and dangerous. Now they represented not a threat, but an opportunity. Humanity had proven itself ready for the challenges of a wider universe. Captain Patel's voice broke through her thoughts. Dr. Chen, the Council is requesting your presence. It seems we have some diplomatic meetings to prepare for. As the Earth's hidden fleet escorted their captured prizes home, the message was clear to any watching eyes in the galaxy. Humanity had arrived on the galactic stage, and they had done so on their own terms. The species that had mastered the art of hiding in plain sight had finally revealed their true nature, and the galaxy would never be the same.